Hello everyone, welcome to my VGuru channel. So today we are going to continue the part A of Attitude is Altitude. So before going to start, please share, like and subscribe. Okay, let's get into the today part B of Attitude is Altitude. Okay, just I want to rewind the content of which we explained in part A in that attitude is altitude. Yes, actually in that lesson I expressed and I explained about the Nick Vujicic and also his family and also his achievement. In this part B, I'll explain the remain notifications about Nick Vujicic. Okay, let's get into the session. Yes, see here. He is expressing about himself by saying, I looked at myself in the mirror and said, you know what the world is right that I have no arms or legs, but they will never take away the beauty of eyes. I wanted to concentrate on something good that I had. Yes, he is expressing about himself by seeing into the mirror. Yes, what he is saying about his physical appearance. Actually, he has a phocomelia. That means he doesn't have legs and arms. But he is saying, of course, God, he didn't give an arms and legs, but he never take my beauty of eyes. And also he is saying he want to concentrate always about the something, the good what he had. What was the good he had? The good is nothing but his hard work and his passion. So he want to believe his goodness about himself. Next, he is saying about the challenges in our lives are there to strengthen our convictions. Yes, really. Yes, how? For example, if you are facing any difficulties, so on that time you should strengthen yourself by giving the challenges. Yes, don't depress about yourself. You want to strengthen yourself by overcome your conviction. So how you will overcome? By putting some challenges on you, then automatically you can overcome your convictions. Next, they are not there to run us over, said Nick. It's said by the Nick, so it won't overcome our convictions. Next, in 1990, Nick won the Australian Young Citizen Award for his bravery and perseverance. Yes, on the year of 1990, he won Australian Young Citizen Award for his bravery and perseverance. Why? What was the bravery thing he had done in his experience? We'll see now. Yes, and once I was in a car, a girl at traffic lights was looking at me interestingly, and she could only see my head, so I decided to do a 360-degree spin in the car seat to freak her out. Her face was like, wow, what is going on? She sped off really quickly. Yes, coming to his girlfriend. Actually, one day he was traveling in his car. Unfortunately, one girl was looked at him, so on that time he felt about he want to do 360-degree spin, but the girl was watching his head only. So on that time he felt about the girl was very wow and he want to freak her out by doing a 360-degree spin. Yes. Next, Nick began traveling the world, and in 2008 he went to Hawaii and met surfing master Bethany Hamilton, who had her arm bitten off by a shark when she was 12. Yes. Next, actually he started his traveling around the world. In 2008, he went to Hawaii to meet the surfing master. She is none other than Bethany Hamilton. And also, actually her arm was bitten by a shark when she was 12 years old. Yes, what do you want to understand here? She also has one kind of disability of she has no arm. So actually that arm was bitten off by one of the shark when she was 12 years old. Next, she was amazing, said Nick, and she taught me how to do surf, and I was terrified at first. But once I got up there, it felt absolutely fantastic, and I caught some waves pretty well. Yes, actually what she taught, that Bethany Hamilton taught him to do surfing, how to do surf and how to manage his gravity level and how to control his body level. And also it felt very absolutely to do the fantastic spin, and that waves was pretty well. And also Nick quickly learned how to do 360-degree spin on his board, a feat that got him on the cover of Surfer magazine within 48 hours. Yes, so quickly he learned how to do surf, and that feat got him into the Surfer magazine front page, and also within the 48 hours it was came onto the Surfer magazine paper. And no one has ever done that in the history of surfing, he said. But I have a very low center of gravity, so I have got pretty good balance. Yes, of course. How? Because he actually doesn't have no arms and legs, so that he doesn't have much gravity balance. Because of that, he doesn't do anything ever before. But now, because of the low center of gravity, he had got a pretty good balance on doing surfing. Yes. Next, coming to his motivation experience, he has visited different countries all over the world, and after that a football fan became a motivational speaker, and he traveled throughout the 24 countries, and finally he met the people of 1,10,000 people, and also he moved to Los Angeles 2 years ago in 2007 and plans to continue the travel the world. Next, he's saying such a good quotation about the success. What is that? If I fail, I try again and again. And if you fail, are you going to try again? Of course, definitely we should try again and again until reach the success. The human spirit can handle much worse than we realize. Of course, we should realize our worst levels. Then we can overcome our convictions. That is nothing but the difficulties. It matters how you are going to finish. Are you going to finish strong? Said Nick. Of course, we should be very strong while reaching the success. In the path of the success, we may get so many convictions like difficulties. Definitely, we should overcome by our positive attitude. And also, I tell people to keep on getting up when they fail and to always love themselves. This is said by Nick also. And one more thing is saying, what was the thing? Definitely, we all should deserve. If I encourage one person, then my job is finished in the life. So actually he impressed 1,10,000 people. I think his job has finished in his life, but he could not stop anywhere. Still he is continuing his motivational career. So he want to impress so many people by his experience. So this is about the lesson of the attitude is altitude. I hope you understand very well. Today we are going to discuss in first unit, that is personality development. In that we are explaining the B reading, that is every success story is also a story of great failures. So let's get into the reading B. What is the title here? Every success story is also a story of great failures. Yes, what does it mean by the title? Yes, did you got any remembrance? Yes, let me explain the title. Yes, every success story is also a story of great failures. Yes, how could you express this title? Yes, so many people in the society, they can see what was the thing is going on in front of the screen. Only they will watch what was the going on in front of the screen, but they won't concern about the beyond the screen. They won't see about behind the screen, what was the going on the back of the screen also. But see, and you should remember, each and every success story is also a story of great failures. Without failures, we could not reach the success. Here in this lesson, so many personalities who have achieved their success in their lives will see in this lesson how they achieved their success and how they reached their path will see. And then one more thing you should remember, how many years they have been struggled for getting the success, we'll see in the lesson. Okay, get into the lesson now. See here. Now you are watching here one of the great personality in your textbook picture is none other than Abraham Lincoln. Now we'll say about his experience about the success. Yes, see, failure is a highway to success. Will you agree with that? Of course, we should agree. Failure is a highway to success. Without failure, we could not get into the highway of success. And also, Tom Watson said, what was he said? If you want to succeed, double your failure rate. Of course, is it true? It's very true. You should deserve the statement. If you want to succeed in your life, you should double your failure rate. Then you can learn so many things for getting success. Next, if you study history, you will find that all stories of success are also story of great failures. Of course, if you study, if you get into the history, definitely you will find out so many stories of successful people and also stories of great failures. Yes, here I want to say one thing. One of the great personality who have been achieved a success in his after 40 years, he is none other than Abdul Kalam. Actually he said to the youth, what he said actually saying, don't read the success books. Just go for reading failure. Then you can learn how to achieve a success. Here also we are remembering you better to read the failure books. Then you can get the points of the success, how you will get into it. Next, but people don't see the failures. Of course, that is the nature of the people. They won't concern about the failures. They always think about their success only, and also they only see the side of the picture. And also they said that person got lucky and he must have been at the right place at the right time. Simply they will say by saying maybe he has a lucky, or else he has at the right place to get the success. But they won't think about what was going on the back of the screen. Let me share someone's life history with you. And this was a man who failed in business at the age of 21 and was defeated in a legislative race at 22 and failed again in business at age of 24 and overcome the death of a sweetheart at the age 26 and had a nervous breakdown at age 27 and lost a congressional race at age 34 and lost a senatorial race at age 45. Failed in an effort to become a vice president at age 47 and lost a senatorial race at age 49 and was elected president of United States at age 52. Yes, what you are observing here, actually he started his career at the age of 21, but finally he reached success at the age of 52 years. Now you can calculate how many years he have been struggled for getting success. Nearly 30 years he struggled for getting success. So in that travels, in that journey, he experienced so many difficulties, but he never gave up his what? Why? He want to get the success. So that he kept on his success. So finally he reached his success at the age of 52. If you want to see in his history, he was failed so many times. In the age of 21, 24 and 30, 40, finally at the age of 52, he became a vice president of United States. So this is the journey of Abraham Lincoln. If you want to success, just go through with his life experience. You may get some positive attitude by his life history. Next, this was Abraham Lincoln. Yes, would you call him a failure? Yes. Will you call him as a failure? No. He could have quit? Never. He never quit in his life. But to Lincoln, defeat was a detour, not a dead end. Such a great word he said. Yes, what was that? Defeat was a detour but not a dead end. Defeats, the failures, the struggles, the difficulties, the convictions are detour, but what was not a dead end. So please remember in your mind, if you want to success in your life, just remember this word and get into the success. Yes, in 1913, Lee De Forest, the inventor of Triard's tube, was charged by the district attorney for using fraudulent means to mislead the public into buying stocks of his company by claiming that he could transmit the human voice across the Atlantic. Yes, here one more great personality who have been achieved success in his life at the year of 1913 is none other than Lee De Forest. What his invention? He invented Triard's tubes. What was the cause of this Triard's tube and how can it work? Actually, it works and it was charged by the district attorney for using fraudulent means to mislead the public into buying stocks of his company by claiming that he could not transmit the human voice across the Atlantic, and also he was publicly humiliated. And also, can you imagine where we would be without his invention? Yes, will you imagine without his invention we will be in the society? No, but at first time he was humiliated by the with the public only. So the district of attorney has humiliated him a lot in the year of 1930. Next, a New York Times editorial on December 10th, 1903 questioned the wisdom of the Wright brothers, who were trying to invent a machine heavier than air that would fly. 1 week later, a Kitty Hawk, the Wright brothers took their famous flight. Yes, will you imagine? Actually, one of the Wright brothers invented such a good machine. It was very heavier than the air, but they invented that machine that is nothing but aeroplane. In the New York Times on December 10th, 1903 questioned the wisdom of the Wright brothers. Please share, like and subscribe.